I think that about now, we all recognize the scourge that is mobile ads.
Come on!
While the generative AI variety of mobile advertisement certainly pose a new and often frightening source of commercial brain rot, I must admit that the level of obscene mobile ads I receive have lessened as of late. They aren't completely gone, obviously. I am offered a new voluptuous AI goth girlfriend on a daily basis. You could certainly say that things are really looking up for me, but in all seriousness, both the excessively hardcore as well as the subtly sexual ones have almost fully disappeared from my mobile games and doom scrolling. I am of course defining subtle in this instance, in the same manner I would describe taking a sledgehammer to the face as being subtle, but we understand that the mobile ads in question, using these weird innuendos and framings, circumvent automatic detection systems the same way true crime YouTubers circumvent YouTube TOS by using words like unalive, sewer slide, and struggle snuggle. Also to generate user engagement, which, hey. But lo and behold, on a boring day at the office, absent-mindedly accepting a reward ad on my mobile idle game I used to ignore my scrum board, this advertisement suddenly popped up.
I definitely feel his rubbing against my
Whoa there, cowboy! This is a real ad, and one of the multiple different ones I got from the same app about the same story. Now, they were kind enough to censor the read themselves, but this is straight up brazen.
While Sylvan keeps slowly rubbing his between my ass, he slips his hand inside, tearing open my just as easily as he did my
Tearing open your what now, lady? This might be a case of over-censoring making it seem worse, but my mind immediately jumped to tearing up her hole. This is, by the way, the idle mobile game I got the ad on. This is a cutesy cat tycoon game with cute fat cats wallowing around, meowing about the beauty of venture capitalism. There is nothing obscene about this game. It's rated PEGI 12 for mild swearing and in-game purchases. A very young child, albeit a very boring young child, with the soul of a browbeaten accountant, could absolutely acquire and play this game, and immediately get supplied with a steaming hot serving of monster literature. And I know exactly what you cretins are thinking right now. Ha! Targeted ads just exposed you, lil bro. First of all, slander and libel, and I plead the fifth. Secondly, while I can't deny that my superior, benevolent Chinese phone knows my exact location and thus gives me quaint ads for house renovations at home here in Denmark, or ads for Turkish political parties, while in Germany, the phone doesn't know everything. For instance, I get a fair few ads for different period cycle tracker apps or Pilates apps referring to me as baby girl. And while I do often feel angry when thinking about Mass Effect Andromeda, or experience highly painful and agonizing cramps when thinking about Mass Effect Andromeda, I am quite certain that I am not a woman. Sorry, not a foid. Overall, 99% of the non-regional ads I get are either Kingshot ads.
Oh no, night is upon us, and the Red Gooner gang just brought the Rizzler to edge me.
Bro. What? So it quite stands out like nothing else, having what's essentially literary hardcore smut served directly onto my Chinese handheld spybot as a little treat in between the boring home remodeling ads. Let's look at some of their other ads. I either got from this channel on YouTube, Eagle, or directly from their own non-age restricted TikTok profile. Note the use of the word alpha. It will be a recurring theme throughout their stories. The background tracks are copyrighted, and they didn't even bother to add AI voiceovers for these, so I'll take the liberty of setting the mood myself. Your village offered you as a sacrifice, and now you stand naked in front of 4 massive alphas. The largest one, 6'8". Thank fuck it wasn't 6'7". and gorgeous. Looks like he could hurt you. Looks more likely that those true religion skinny jeans 2 sizes too small are going to be hurting him. Also, Norwood free. Then he bites your neck, marking you as his. Owned by the alphas. What a treat. And what beautiful book cover artwork. I especially like the 2 identical twins flanking this lady that looks nothing like the chick in the ad. Also, why is there a random wolf here? Also, why is she being serenaded by a 6'8" alpha in a Dark Souls cathedral? I guess we'll have to read the book to find out, but I'll leave that for you guys and gals. When you're sent as tribute to the rival pack after your mate's rejection, the 6'7" alpha insists you sit beside him at dinner. His massive thigh pressed against yours. Once again, alphas, biting, possessiveness, rivals, packs. What are we doing here, man? Also, I don't think they mean actual thigh. I get that this is werewolf romance fiction. Romance in massive parentheses. But biting each other's necks isn't exactly how wolves mark their mates. Spoiler alert, it involves urine. But that would make this an entirely different sort of smut genre, I suppose. When the rival alpha's 6'7" golden-haired son locks eyes with the Alpha King's daughter across the claiming ceremony. Rival Alpha, Alpha King, Pack Alpha. This has to be generative AI keyword vomit. These are different stories and different authors, by the way. His possessive growl echoes through the hall as he stalks towards her, interrupting the ceremony. That's rather rude of him. Also, here we go, another random wolf thrown into the mix. You've been hidden from me for far too long, he whispers against her neck, his teeth grazing her skin. Tonight, you become mine. The Alpha Princess. Alpha Rival, Alpha King, Alpha Princess. I mean, these are once again different stories and authors, but it's alphas and alpha rivals all the way down. When you're bathing with your 3 possessive alphas at midnight. Now, 1 alpha is clearly not enough anymore. No, let's have 3 alphas at the same time. And 2 massive dragons burst from your sacred lake. Her sacred lake? This has to be a euphemism. Your alpha pulls you close and growls. Stay behind me. Holy trenbolone sandwiches, broski. Get this growling alpha out of this pond and onto an open bodybuilding stage ASAP. You push past him with a wicked grin. Not the same chick from the beginning, mind you, and clearly not the same guy from the previous scene either. Also, where did she pull her sword from? Her sacred lake? No chance. I've always wanted to tame a dragon. Seduced by 7. Seduced by 7? 3 alphas growling at your sacred lake wasn't enough. Now you need 7 rival 6'7" pack alphas at the same time. Jarvis, bring up the white chick on the white couch meme and add another 2 guys. Even Piper Perry couldn't handle more than 5 at the same time, but this shape-shifting pond slut is going to get alpha dogged by 7? I'm no expert, but I'm going to go ahead and assume that they are skirting explicit content detection on the basis of being text-based content. Text moderation typically relies on keyword matching and basic natural language processing, which is much easier to circumvent. You can describe explicit scenarios in detail while avoiding flagged terms through euphemisms, creative spelling, or simply using the good old censor bleeper. I'm no prude by any means, and I don't mean to kink shame werewolf lovers out there, but I would definitely prefer if my phone speaker didn't have a 1 in 10 chance of suddenly framing me as a red rocket enjoyer while playing a Peggy 12 game. Now, just to cap off this video, I'll read a quick summary from another story on their page. My Sexy Stepbrother is a werebear by Kelly Lord. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment your darkest desires down below. My sexy ass stepbrother is going to be the death of me. When my mom decided to marry his hillbilly dad, I was pissed. I mean, their woodsy cabin doesn't even have Wi-Fi. Not kidding. But then I actually met my new stepbrother Sam. And frick! He's totally hot and into me. Which is totally gross, even if his abs are to die for. And his smile is amazing. And he's good with his hands. And who am I kidding? He's an Adonis. It's no surprise that after our parents' wedding, we slipped up and ended up making out on the living room floor. Now I'm screwed. I'm addicted to his sculpted body. And that was before I learned his furry secret. Who would have known the beast between his legs wasn't the only surprise in store? Yikes.